We were in a situation where we were totally house poor, and by the time we paid our mortgage and our groceries for that particular pay period, there was absolutely nothing left over. And then at the other end of the month, we had all of this money left that I definitely didn't have trouble spending. It made the first part of the month very difficult. I needed to balance our month. And so I came up with a system of dividing our expenses by the number of pay periods in the year and not by month to even things out throughout the year and make those moving paycheck dates not quite so difficult. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lining Up Ducks. If you're just joining us on our budgeting journey, my name is Rachel. I'm married to Scott. We have 4 little girls, ages 7, 5, 3, and 2. In today's video, we are going over the pay period planner. This is part of your annual financial plan. This is your starting block that you're going to work with for every month to come. Part of what makes this pay period planner a little different is if you are paid bi-weekly, it takes those extra checks that you have throughout the year and utilizes that money to lower your expenses throughout each of the other months of the year. This gives you a more detailed outline for your monthly budget. That way you're not having to start over every single month and plan something different every single month. For the majority of our marriage, Scott has been paid twice a month. On the 1st and the 15th, or the 15th and the 30th, it didn't really matter. He was paid twice a month. So for 15 years, I had that system worked out great. Then he changed jobs, and now he's in a GS position and he gets paid bi-weekly. Let's just say it was a huge learning curve. And it shouldn't have been. I had been budgeting for many, many years for our family. It's not like we hadn't been living off of a budget before, but something about those moving pay dates and the lower amount that you're taking home in a month and then those extra checks, I never could quite make it work out to where we actually got an extra paycheck that we could do something with. That's the biggest problem about a bi-weekly pay cycle, is that your pay dates move. So if you haven't seen our annual financial planning video, I'm going to link it here and in the comments below. In that video, we talk about logging your pay dates and mapping out your billing due dates. One of the things that made budgeting a bi-weekly pay cycle so much easier was when I finally figured out that I needed to balance my month. Take a look and I'll walk you through how we budget our annual finances on our pay period planner. Okay guys, so this is my planner for this year. It's just my plum planner, and I've got my 2 stickers for my pay period planner, and I'm just going to open up to the next page. I've already done my sinking funds in my notes section. I'm going to open up to the next blank section and put my stickers in for our pay period planner. And this way I have everything all in the same place, so I don't have to carry around more than one notebook with me. Okay, so this is the setup for the pay period planner. So I came up with a way to balance out our month and take those extra paychecks and make them work for us. So what I do is I take our annual financial plan, and I take, for example, our rent is $1,446 per month. So on my pay period planner, I will take our rent. It is $1,446. I have 12 payments due annually, and that gives us a total annual expense. So I'll take $1,446 and multiply it by 12. I think it's really important to know how much you're actually spending in a year on a particular item, because it shows you your total cost of that item, and you can really look at it and decide whether or not that's something you really can adjust in your budget. So we're roughly spending $17,352 per year on rent. Now, we have 26 pay periods per year, so I'm going to divide that number by 26, and that gives us $660, I'll round up, $68 per pay period. I'll put this $668 into the account for every single pay period. So that means when we get those extra checks, that money also goes into the bill account. So the bill account will always have enough money in it. If you're going to do this on a 26 pay period system, I highly suggest you start with a little bit of money in your bill account. That way the system will work for you. Tax time is a great time to set up this system, or when you get that extra paycheck is a great time to set up this balanced month pay method. If you get paid 24 pay periods a month, you would just divide this by 24 and basically put half of your rent payment every pay period into your bill account. It balances your month and keeps you from having a large payment at the beginning of the month and very little left over. Okay, next is our renter's insurance. That's $205 per year. So I have one payment due annually. It's $205 for the year, and I'll divide that by 26. 205 divided by 26. And I always round up if it's over 50 cents. So that'll be $8 per pay period. Next is utilities. Internet is $60 per month. There's 12 payments due annually. Multiply that by 12. And then it's 26 pay periods a year for us, and divide that by 26 would be $28 per pay period. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my utilities. Please comment below if you have specific questions. I'll be glad to answer as many as possible. And if I have a lot of the same questions, I will definitely do a Q&A video. So next on the list is transportation. Gas, car insurance, repairs, tags, anything you put in your financial plan that you're gonna need related to your auto, but not your car payment. Being able to actually see in writing what you spend annually really kind of comes home when I saw how much we spend every year on gas. And I've got to figure out how to get that down. We have 2 cars. My husband has to drive to work. I drive the kids to school. We don't live near family, but we live close. So I've got to figure out how to get our gasoline usage down so I can get that amount way down in our budget. So for school lunch, it's roughly $50 a month that we do. We do some sack lunch and some school lunch. And I only have 5 months left that I need to pay that for this year. So I will only multiply that out by 5 to get $250. And then I counted up all of our pay periods to see how many pay periods came in those 5 months, and that was 11. And then, so that gives me $23 per pay period that I need to put away. Okay, here's a good one to look at. Our life insurance is $308 a quarter for the both of us. So that's 4 payments a year. So that's $1,232. We're gonna be working on getting this number down in our budget as well. But divide that out by 26 pay periods, and that's $47 per month. So that would be a $308 hit to our budget if we didn't plan for it and put money aside for it every single pay period. Next, I'm going to list our medical insurance and dental insurance coverage. These things are taken out of my husband's paycheck, but I want you to see exactly how much that is when it comes to our expenses. So if you haven't watched any of our previous videos, we have a daughter with medical special needs, and I will link her diagnosis video, and if you're interested in following her journey, I'll link that below and in the card above. But we have to travel to Houston every quarter for her surgeries. Those trips cost us roughly $500 per quarter, so that's 4 times per year. So our annual expense on that is $2,000. So that's one medical expense that does not come out of his paycheck that we will keep here. So we make sure we put money away every pay period for those. So now for gifts, events, Christmas, things like that. I did a video that I will link below and in the card above about how not to bust your Christmas budget. Definitely watch that video so you think of all of the pitfalls that might happen in your Christmas season that you need to plan for at the beginning of the year. Easter, we only have not 26, we only have 8 pay periods before Easter this year. So that's going to be $10 per pay period. Make sure you have a calendar handy, or if you don't, use our pay dates this year. Make sure you count the pay dates that you have available before that expense is due so you know what number to put here. I've got this calculated off of an August start date. So our last paycheck before August 1st is going to be July 29th. So I'll count all of these, and that came up to 18. Now there's total at the bottom of page 1. I messed mine up, but I'm about to retotal it again. Just add everything up and write your total at the bottom and then again on the next page. All of the forms that you see in all of our financial videos are available on our Etsy shop, which is linked in the comments below. There's a coupon code listed below as well for all of our YouTube viewers to say thank you for watching our videos and following along this journey with us. Make sure as you're working through page 2 that you've copied all of your budget categories from your annual financial plan. It never hurts to double check. Okay, and now you just add up all of page 2. I am not going to add this number into this calculation because this is an entire check by itself that's going towards our RV savings, so I'll add everything else. So the total for this page is $540. So when you add up page 1 and page 2, 25.25, and his new pay after the raise should be $25.30. I had no idea that that was going to be so close. So your worksheet total here is $25.25. And we have $5 left over. So this block right here is your discretionary income. So I've been doing this a really long time, so I know, generally what we need. And so I've got so many different categories planned for. But you may have a number here that's negative. And if it's negative, you need to definitely go back in and subtract some stuff out and try to figure out other ways to bring some cash in or ways to save some money. If it's really positive, like you have $200 here, definitely go back through and look and see if there's something that you have been penny pinching on that you might can loosen the budget up a little bit. Or set yourself another savings goal, or if you have debt, put it towards your debt payoff, whatever your goals are for the year. But we have $5. I'm going to work this $5 into the budget, so we have a $0 here, and I will show you in our January video coming up with our January budget exactly how it all pans out, and go through with you how we take our annual plan and our pay period planner and turn it into a balanced month for each pay period. Okay, that's it. I know this may be a little bit longer video than you're used to from me, but I wanted to make sure that I went in detail about how we plan out our individual pay periods. Once you see how we put it into practice in our January video, it's all gonna come together. So make sure you watch out for that video in a couple of days. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell so you get notifications of all of our new budgeting videos that are coming up in the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.